Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on a Craftsman M205 front wheel drive self-propelled push mower. And as you can see, it's all dusty and dirty. Sat outside all winter long. The grass started growing really tall, and they were gonna mow it. Wouldn't start. So naturally I wanted it fixed yesterday, it's kind of a joke. They want it done right away, and I told them I'll get in here as soon as I can, so just got in here today and see if we can't get this running. So hopefully you enjoy the video. Okay, let's start by taking the recoil assembly off so we can take the tank off, clean the tank out, and clean the carburetor. So there's three 10mm nuts. Okay, the whole stud and everything, that's what happens if you over tighten these. So we need to get a 10mm wrench. That's what happens when you over tighten them. There we go. Now we looks like they tried doing it themselves. The clamp's not in on there all the way. And a lot of that's water that came out of there. Go let that drain in my barrel out back real quick. This is an automatic choke. Automatic choke set up. They definitely had this apart because there's a hole right here where this thing's supposed to be in. It's just laying on top of here. See this little hole right here? Should be like that. I'm going to take this off. Take the spring off. I'm going to clean this a little bit before we tear it apart. 10mm, take the bowl off. And can I remember where that drain plug is? It's opposite where the fuel goes in. Now look at that. That's why the cinema gun ain't running. Look at that. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Let me spray it off a little bit. I can tell you right now, that bowl's pretty much shot. I'll have to get another bowl. In the meantime, I'm go ahead and stick this in the cleaner. Being that's so bad, we're gonna take the pilot jet out too. Make sure you clean that rubber tip off on the needle and seat, because it actually looks pretty good. We're gonna take out this idler adjustment screw, and the idler jet is right under here. Idler jet or pilot jet, whatever you want to call it. So go ahead and take that out, because that's what actually holds that into place. And just pry it up. It's just held in there by O-rings. There's an O-ring here, an O-ring here, and there's our little jet right there. And there's two holes over here. We'll cover one up. It's plugged up. So we'll take a little wire. And when you look at the hole, you can see that wire coming through there. There's a little resistance the first time. If this is clogged up, it's gonna, when it's running, it's gonna be surging and stuff. You're not gonna be happy with that. See that nice little stream coming out of there now? So we got that all cleaned out. So let's boil out the carburetor. Get all that rust and everything out of there. And I'll go find either a good used bowl or a new bowl. Go ahead and put this in there. And I'm going to do it for at least, I'll do 25 minutes. And when this is done, we'll put it back together again. Okay, well that carburetor is being cleaned. I blew out the gas tank already. Cleaned out the air filter. Now we're going to put a new plug in there and change the oil. Let all the oil run to this side over here and then suck it all out then. Go get a new plug. Gap at about 28 or so. We're going to use an NGK instead of that Torx or whatever that is. Pop it on until it clicks. Then we're going to put 16 ounces. On these here, they want 1030. So we're going to put 16 ounces, that's half a quart. And the crosshatch is right between them two dots there. It's right on full. So we got that done. And looks like the carburetor is almost done, so we can go ahead and put that back together again. Okay. I took the main jet out for people that don't have like ultrasonic cleaners and stuff. You gotta make sure the main jets are clean. Nice and clean, so we can go ahead and put that back in there. This goes in here first. And that. But ultrasonic cleaners, you don't have to take these out because it just takes everything out of there. That's what I'll just show you there. Make sure that's tight. Put our pin in for the float. And I found a good used one. Oh, I didn't even waste my time sticking that one in the cleaner. Well, that one's so much better. And this nut here, pretty much opposite of that there. And our pilot jet, just push that in there. And this is what holds it into place. And we'll turn it in to about where it was. These motors run off the governor anyway, but If you had something that you control the throttle, that'd be really useful on that. So now we can go ahead and put this thing back together again. Poor lawnmower thought it was never going to run again the way how bad it was. Put our spring on that little hole on the side. And this thing here wasn't even hooked up right before. Alright, now we can put the recoil slash gas tank back on. I cleaned this out. It had a lot of water and stuff. You always blow out your tanks really good, especially when you have water problems, or else it's going to fill the carburetor up full of water and you're back to square one again. Make sure everything's working, moving. This vent tube right here goes to right here. Lock that into place. 3 nuts on top. You just snug these up. You don't need a ratchet on them because, like, one of them studs will come out like it did when we took it off. Okay, let's reach under there and see what that blade looks like. On this far, if we need to sharpen the blade, we might as well sharpen the blade. Do it right the first time. A few extra steps is a lot worse than, how would I put that? A few extra steps is a lot easier if you find something else wrong, I guess. Just might as well just do it. Do everything right the first time. Plus, I hate people bringing stuff back. It happened a few times when I first opened up. I was never again. I don't like this feeling. So I like going the extra mile and just making sure everything's A-okay on these. Then every now and then I get a few comments on why don't you balance your blades. Well, on stuff like this, it's kind of hard to. But when I do this, I usually do like 10 times, like 1, 2, 3, like 10 times. Or if I do it more to get the bad nicks out. I do the same on the other side, so I'm grinding off the same on both sides. If that makes sense. So I did it 10 times. So you have to do it some more. So I'm going to do 20 per side. So I'll do this side 20 times. So I took the same off both sides. So we can go back over and put this back on. I'll be doing a video on this here one of these days too. If you can figure out what that thing is before I do a video on it, put it up in the comments. But did that this last couple winters. We'll do a nice video on that one of these days when I get caught up on lawnmowers. And we got some stringer twine. Make sure you get all that debris off the blade hub there. So the wing's always up in the deck. So now all we gotta do is take it off the table, put some nice premium with no ethanol in it, and let's see what happens. I ought to run better on this than that doggone rusty water. So this is an automatic choke, so there's no primer on it or nothing. You got to hook the rope grip back up on this handlebar here. Okay. Smoke a little bit. There's probably a little oil in the muffler. But yeah, this thing runs good now. Well, anyways, hope this video helps you out. Appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button. Please subscribe. Anyway, you guys have a good afternoon.